So Adam, first game back out in pre-season this evening. A decent one out for a few first team players and as well as a few of the academy lads as well. How did you find it?
Yeah, well, obviously never like losing games, but in the main we had so much of the ball, we just didn't quite have it coming together in the final third. I think there was one excellent save from their goalie where we played a good 1-2. A couple of sort of tame long range efforts on target, and yeah, just when we got in the final third we just didn't have that spark today, but in the main the build and everything was good, and then you're just hoping that you got players that can just come up with a bit of magic to unlock it, but you've got to give the opposition credit today. I thought they set up in a really well organised shape and made it difficult for us at times, but it's not about finding your form first game of the season, first game of pre-season. It's all about the fixtures come up tomorrow and building towards that first game of the season. We was worse than this when we come here last year. We made a lot of mistakes in pre-season. We scored own goals and everything where we tried to play out in the build and everything. So it's all about gearing up for that first game of the season.
Yeah, I was going to say, so obviously it's a result that on the score is a defeat, but is that you put that to one side? It's more about the fitness levels and putting players together that maybe haven't played before and those kind of situations for you.
Yeah, definitely. It's very easy to say that after you got beat, but it's all about that. Building up, getting the fitness into the players. I was pleased today that we managed to get 60 and 55 minutes into a few of the players. We was only going to play 45, but they felt okay to go a little bit more, which is pleasing in the first game. And that's what it's been like in training as well. The intensity of training has been really good, and we've having to finish sessions early because we're hitting the numbers that we need to for the day. So it's been really pleasing, and listen, we need to be better. But that's our challenge. We won't dwell on our first game of pre-season. It's about building on it. I think there's 4 or 5 weeks before that first game, and we know we've got to be better come that game. But that's our task.
Yeah, you had the likes of Ricky playing in defence today as well. Is that maybe about trying some new things as well in these early pre-season games? Yeah,
I thought we would, like we did. We got a lot of the balls at me, and Ricky's one of the best passers we've got. So giving him lots of passing and unleash his passing range, which some of his passes were superb. I think if we was going to score, it maybe have been through a bit of quality from Ricky with a long range pass. His shot was the one that sort of whistled past the post, and on another day that goes in. But all in all, when we had the bulk of our first team players as such playing, it was 0-0. We just didn't have enough to break them down, and then the lads that come on, the young lads come on and made a mistake, but they're going to do that. They're going to make mistakes. It's all about them learning, and I thought we've got to be honest with you, what I saw from the young lads, I thought there were some really pleasing performances from some of them, and that's really encouraging, and we want to work with them as well and see them develop as well throughout the season. But like I say, really pleased no one's got any major injuries, got minutes in the legs, and it's all building up nicely.
Yeah, you kind of just led into the next question, which is how beneficial is it for you to get that half an hour of viewing of the academy lads, working with the obviously academy coach as well to make that happen?
Yeah, it's something that I want the club to be better at. For the size of club we are, we're not bringing enough players through, and it's not through a want of trying from Tim and Dan, but that is the stats. There's not enough players coming through, and we want to help develop players and bring them through, and it's encouraging what we see for that half hour. There's a big gulf between where we're playing today and the top of the National League. That's the challenge for the players, and like I say, made a mistake that led to a goal, and can we improve on that and be better? For sure. But like I say, we won't shift the blame on any players or any individuals. It's all about learning from it. Like I say, the mistakes that we made last pre-season, there was lots of them, and we learned from it, and didn't start the season too bad. So that's what we're aiming for.
Came back to pre-season 8 days ago. What's it been like to be back at the training ground, building towards a new season, obviously with a few new lads to add to the mix as well?
Yeah, really exciting. Obviously enjoyed the summer. As some of the videos that are out there would suggest as well. No, I really enjoyed it. Had a great summer, and then as soon as you come back to work, you just can't wait for the games to start and just gearing up for that first game of the season. Like I say, the training's been excellent so far. Want to keep on building on that. Really happy with the players that we've got in the building. I think we've got a bit more nous, a bit more know-how about us now. And yeah, some really encouraging signs what we're seeing in training. So it's all about now implementing that in games and getting minutes into their legs.
There's a good mix of pre-season games coming up with League One, League Two and lower league opposition coming up. Some good tests there for the players.
Certainly is. That's it. And you can then go and win some of them games and everyone gets carried away. So we won't get carried away with pre-season results. It's a process we're trying to build and improve, and like I say, get ready for that first game of the season. We're not ready for that at the moment, but you don't expect to be after only being back for 8 days. So we'll keep on building, keep on improving. We'll learn a lot from this game even, and try and implement that into, like I say, some really good fixtures coming up.
Thanks for your time, Adam.
Cheers, guys. Thanks.